Hey, all you cool cats and kittens. Today we're going to be talking about sticking the landing. And so, okay, let's say that we've made our way out to Mars. How do we safely land? This rocket is going like really, really quick. How do we slow it down? So, it's one of these things that we have to kind of work on Earth and simulate what Mars or whatever we're going, the moon, to make it work. And basically, there are four methods for slowing down and landing this spacecraft: parachutes, retro rockets, airbags, and sky cranes. Today, we're going to look at all four very briefly, and we're going to kind of look at what's good about it and what's not so good about it. And then we'll kind of look. So, pros of using a parachute. That's our first one. What's great about it is it's inexpensive, it's cheap. We already know how to do it. It's reliable. We used it on a Mars rover that's already, was years ahead of the one that currently landed a few weeks ago. So we know that it works. It's low tech because we've been using parachutes forever. Now, some of the cons of using a parachute is, well, what happens if there is a gust of wind? We know that there are gusts of wind on Mars. There's no doubt about it. We've actually heard it too. And because of this, with parachutes, you can't really control where you're going to touch down. So parachutes have some good things about it and not so good things about it. Retro rockets basically are a way to go ahead and create like these jets that push the aircraft up, which slows down its descent. And it does a nice job with allowing you to land with some precision. But the problem is it can kick up quite a bit of dust, and this dust could get into our rover or whatever we're trying to land, which could, harm the computer systems. Airbags is another way to help, I guess, land it. This is the one that was really used after the parachute to get the older Mars rover on the surface. It creates a cushion. It kind of then bounces for a while. And it, like I said, in 1997, it was used to land the Mars Pathfinder. What's awesome about it is that it is inexpensive, just like the parachute. And we know that it works. It's reliable. It's protected a earlier rover that we have on Mars. And the cons are this. We said there's bouncing, and it bounces, and it bounces. So there is absolutely no precision whatsoever. We don't know how much it's going to bounce. It's kind of random. I mean, I'm sure there's calculations to kind of help us out, but it could bounce several kilometers on Mars. Last but not least is the sky crane. And the sky crane here uses cables to basically set down the lander and rovers directly on the surface. It lowers it very slowly and gently. And because of that, it really allows us to make sure that we have separated the rover and precisely set it down on the surface. On the other hand, this is something newer, so it's going to cost money. And it's more technologically advanced, complex. That's awesome. It's cool that it can do it, but there are more possibilities for failure. It could, because of this more technology, sit there and not work. There, oops, an error. Oops, another error, because it's more complex. So again, we have the four ways. We have the parachute, the retro rocket, the airbag, and the sky crane. Let's go ahead and watch a video really quickly showing how the Mars Perseverance ended up safely landing on Mars.